an amazing game called Elf Fitness. Now, you'll need to have a few items first before this game, which I would recommend. But once you have them, you'll find that you'll end up using them quite often. So, I recommend a movement cube. And the movement cube enables you to put individual cards. Hello. A movement cube. You're able to put in individual cards within the cube of where you can put different activities, it could be colors and actual dice, and it's really there are multiple ways of using this. But for this particular game, you will need to have one of these, and I'll go through in a little bit that there are some cards that are actually available for you as free for you to download, that you can play this game. And what you're going to put in is you're just going to laminate them, cut them up, and put them in these little slots here that you have. There's little pockets in here to put the cards in. So using that movement cube and the elf movement cards, either yourself or the swimmers will throw the cube, and whatever the exercise it lands on is what the swimmers are going to do. Simple. You could, depending on the activities, you could spend a whole lesson just with a movement cube. But make sure you check out more videos with regards to the movement cube. There's so many different options, like I said. With regards to this game, there are different variations that you could do according to what you quite fancy doing, or maybe you could give us a couple of choices to your swimmers. So you could make it into a relay race of where each team will have their own dice or their own cube, and they're going to throw it and see what activity. They could swim down first to the other end and throw it and then do the activity, or they could throw it, come back and tell the whole group of what it is, and then they all have to do it as a team together. It depends on how you fancy doing it. They can do it in pairs. So it could be you don't have to have a cube for every swimmer, but it could be that they start off taking it in turns because there's no competitiveness to it. So they can take the time, they take it in turns to throw it, and they do it together as a pair. You don't even need to necessarily have the cube. You could just print it off and use them as cards, and you can have them facing down and that they pick one out, and then that's what the activity or movement that they do. You could also add a separate dice in, or the cube there with a dice of where you have the numbers 1 to 6, or it could be only do 1 to 3, or however many you see fit. You could always use a dice of where you're actually writing on it. There are other ways that you could do with regards to the numbers as well. You could, on lollipop sticks, you could be writing the number and they pick it out. You could be using bath foam numbers that you could pick out, and that's the amount they have to do. So you don't necessarily need to use a dice, but you can use other ways to clarify how many they're going to do, how many reps. And like I said earlier, the cube is situated at the other end of the pool space. The swimmers swim down and throw the dice and then swim back to perform the exercise. So I already mentioned that, but it's a really fun game. And they're little owls, very busy, and it's something that you could potentially do at the beginning or at the end, or even why not throw it out there in the middle of a lesson and keep them on their toes. But let's see it in action. So here's how you're setting up. Here I've done it so that they're actually in a circle. They're doing it as a group activity, and the cubes are in the middle of what they are going to do. So it could even be that they are still in pairs. The cubes are in the middle. You could even put them on a big float in the middle that they swim and go and get it and then throw it. Or they could, one goes in and picks it up and throws it and comes back, or they show everybody what it is. Maybe they need to stand up on the big float and show everybody what the exercise is, and they go off. Or it could be that you even do this with parent and toddler classes, of where the parents go up to it, throw it, and what they do together as a parent and child. So loads of different variations that you could do here. But I just wanted to show you here what I've already created for you as a free resource if you'd like to take that. But these different exercises here are perfect. The little elves loves doing handstands. They love doing snow angels. They're on their backs doing in and outs on their back, or they can lie there and float if they want to, but ideally you want that movement of in and out, in and out. Sculling, you're going to practice their sculling, whether it's feet first or head first. Of course, what Alf doesn't love to jump, so you can either do safety skills from the side, and they can do their jumps. You can even pretend to add in little things of where they jump over the rainbow and swim under the rainbow back, or you can add it so that they're sort of practicing for Santa of jumping through a chimney, of where you've done a circle of the noodles. But just let them know where you're going and what you're doing, so that they have that purpose when they are doing the jumps. They could potentially jump in and swim to the side and climb back up again using the ladder. Loads of different ways you could add in those jumps. You don't have to just jump, you could add and scaffold those skills there too. And what elf doesn't love a good kick and a bit of a dance? But here you can do multiple ways of doing the kicking. They could be holding onto the side on their backs and kicking, or it could be that they're on their fronts in a streamlined position, holding onto the wall and doing fast kicks as hard as they can. You could get them going and doing a 25 meters, for instance, and they have to do it as fast as they can, kicking. You could do it without noodles or kickboards. They can do streamlined position with their hands forward, and they have to kick only, no arms. So you might maybe want to add in a little bit of if they do use their arms, then they have to do a little bit of a challenge or something maybe. And then rolling, it could be log rolls, it could be forward rolls, backward rolls, it could be pushing off the wall and rolling into the wall and starting to do their tumble turns. So again, mixing up there with regards to how you take part in those different activities. Now, if it is for the younger ones, think about, if they can't do handstands, what else could they do in order to maybe rather than handstands, it could do grip work or something like that instead. So think outside the box for that. But really lovely, something different. The children probably haven't seen anything like this before. And who doesn't love to have a little bit of a throw of a dice to see what they're going to do? So enjoy and let me know how it goes. Swim Squad membership is going to be starting another cohort in 2025. I only open the doors every quarter. So we're opening this month in December, all of December, ready to start in January. And what a perfect time to start the year off with a big bang, in the sense of loads of information that is already on the membership. We've been going for 4 months already, so you've got 4 months of content to be able to even go through already. Every month there's brand new swim study topics that we talk about, that I go on, and we do a little bit of a workshop or masterclass if you like. Each month is different. A guest speaker that's relative to that swim topic comes on. I have such amazing news in the fact that my favourite person, one of my most favourite people, Jill Connell, will be joining us next year for a chat about what was used to be called, I guess the buzzword's called risky play, but I call it exploratory or adventurous play, and she has her own way of thinking with regards to that, but that's what we're going to talk about. So I just wanted to give you a sneak peek. However, January, I have the amazing Mike Jones, who has recently come out with a book, and he is making an absolute storm in the business world of ensuring that people are happy and feeling happy and thinking for themselves too, knowing that we work such long hours as swimming teachers. So he's going to come on and talk too. But January is going to be all about planning, as well as to how you can make the most out of the time that you have for planning. And then we're going to have two amazing ladies that are going to be talking about sensational, sort of sensorial approach to life in general. But we're going to be talking about it swim-wise too. So that is swim study topic. We've got guest speakers. Oh my goodness, we have oodles of themes that are seasonal and doing wintertime themes. There is in February, there is also lots of love going on. And I'm going to be doing a Dr. Seuss theme as well. March is going to be all about springtime and lots of lovely things as well. So the next quarter is going to be really great with regards to the themes. There are so many different songs that I add there, loads of activities in each different theme that I do. There are games in there as well that you can adapt for the younger ones and older ones, depending on the ability. You'll also have, which is separate, is the higher stage games as well, similar to what you're watching now. And it gives you some quick games, but then they make such a massive impact in your lessons because it's fun, but they are learning so much more. You're having such an enriched program when you do these types of games as well. So I would love for you to join. The website is on here for you to go on and check out even more information. There's resources on there that you can print off and use. You have access to every quarter. You have part of the membership is a one-to-one with myself for an hour where we could talk about whatever you want to talk about with regards to your lessons, to business, anything that you would find useful for yourself. I am here for you, so make sure you make the most of that. And it's just really lovely to have a community together of like-minded teachers that are able to, really lean on each other and give each other a bit of a pick-up and a boost, because we know that in this sort of purposeful, playful world, it can be quite tricky. So therefore, that's why coming together is going to be really lovely. So I'd love to see you there in January. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in 2025.